Hello, everybody. Oh, I'm still see VTube Studio. Wow, I'm very professional 5 years in. Hello, everybody. It's your Wonderful Wind Mage, your Cruz Ship servant, Chartreuse Proxy, ever and always at your service now. How are you doing, everybody? Today is a wonderful day. It is April 3rd. It is one of my friend's birthdays when it comes to then. And then also at the same time, too, it is also the day before my sister's wedding. And I am so tired. I've done so many errands for the family and all. And I'm finally back at the apartment to decompress for tonight. So I'm going to be spending part of it being here on stream for maybe a good hour or two with my lovely lady here. Care to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Fanny, of course, Empress of Spirits, and your lovely Dark Elf, and I am just here with Cruzy as well, just to hang out, and we're gonna poke some cats.
Yeah, because Franny's on her own side, clicking along as she's playing Eugenics, I'm pretty sure. Or
I am on cat game. I am.
Hmm.
We both own the same cat game.
Okay, I'm losing myself because I was cleaning my stuff. Also, on your Fuji, no, it is just your classic image when it comes to. So if you do want to change it to... If you do want me to change it to your pixel, I can do that for you.
Let me go grab it. Let me go update.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever you want, but it's your classic image, I'd say.
What do you mean by classic image?
You, like, your old... Like, I say classic as if, like, you should know, I'm sorry. It's what I associate you with the most. It's you in your old outfit, almost like pulling like the one like little like spider thread with your fingers.
Oh yeah, that's like my favorite artwork. So that's all good.
Yeah.
That one can stay. Um,
Anyway.
that was actually a scab given to me by Endo.
Scab.
I
Showing our age.
I was thinking about it again the other day. I was like, hey, is there any reason not to just go back for cheap artwork?
My only concern is that for Steb when it comes to compared from here till now is since Stebs are just like no refunds and ever, you could get somebody who gives you the art and it's like AI generated, and then what can you do about it then?
Oh damn.
That's my only concern with Steb nowadays, especially with how AI isn't, as frowned upon in America as in the Western hemisphere of the world compared to the Eastern, is a better way to put it.
Oh, so like Japan don't care; they just will go for it. Like...
Japanese culture when it comes to then. I guess I'd say Japanese culture. I was saying Eastern Western spheres, but I'm using social media in general when it comes to then for what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm the expert anthropologist or whatever that it is, but at least in like more Eastern spheres or whatever stuff like that, AI generation or just like the discourse of AI generated work doesn't really have as much art stealing credence when it comes to it then, or rather that isn't like the big moral grandstanding issue that they find with it. I've seen people raise concerns, but it's more of just kind of like it's a tool to them, or that's a bad way to put it. It just doesn't have as much like moral high grounding, or they just don't care about it as much when it comes to on why it's a bad thing.
Okay, I see.
Plus, also it's probably something to do with like copyright laws, I'd assume more than anything. So yeah, probably so. But anyway, going on from that, yes, hello Rena, Crimson. This is Find Matt's Cats, which we're gonna play, which is a lovely game made by Matt Rosat, who, if y'all have been following Flaney and I for a long time, both individually, this is what actually got us connected together with just meeting each other. Matt Rosat, creator of the Epic Battle Fantasy series, also other games like Bullet Heaven series, etc., going on there. Because of him, and also because of his lovely composer that we knew as Ferna back in the day when it comes to it. But this is a point-and-click game when it comes to, that's literally just a finding, yeah, it's like almost like picture book scenes, almost like Where's Waldo scavenger hunt style, I guess is a better way to put it. As we go through, if I remember correctly, the story is basically kind of like Matt's own retrospective on how he made this game, right?
It is. So it sort of follows along with Matt from Epic Battle Fantasy having actually made a game, and so he's recruited his friends to be, the writers, the artists, and things. So
okay.
It does actually follow along, but you'll see that as you get right in, actually.
Cause I just remember seeing like early dev VODs of him like using Matt, cause like his name, creator's name is Matt Rosat. He has a character named Matt. I associate Matt as Matt when it comes to then, you know.
I mean, that is the general idea is PewDiePie, and so.
Oh, I'm saying it out loud for the audience sake.
If you begin the game, you'll of course see.
Yeah, and there's Matt, exactly so. So I'm trying. I was getting to that. I was just giving not required reading when it comes to then. Let me turn off my music, my own personal music. That way, when we hear the actual music kick in, we'll have fun with that. But yeah, let's not dilly dally too much then. Oh, you must be the new beta tester. I assume you're here to play my new game. I'm Matt, by the way. I'm an independent game developer working on a game called Find Matt's Cats. Huh? You answer heard of it? Oh, that makes things easier for me. I guess we can jump right into it then. As you know, the goal is to find the items on the list. Some items are visible right away, but others you'll need to find by poking around a bit. I'm going to assume you're on a normal difficulty level, but you can also change the game to easy or hard in the options. Anyway, let's try out the first level.
It probably helped if I pull it stream.
I'll pull it up on your end actually here.
Well, I can just pull up chat as well, that way I can see people.
Okay, well chat as well, but also if we get to a cutscene to where we have, cause, you know, you're saying if it's gonna feature the EBF cast, I don't know how long the story is when it comes to then, or so, but if we get to Nats or Anna, then I want you to take their place while we're here then, yeah?
Oh, okay.
I'm turning up the game volume a bit, or rather, that way we can have the music more. And also, I just want to check the credits, just to showcase when it comes to then, of course, yeah, we have Matt Kupo Rosat as the creator when it comes to then, of course. Biggest ones that would come to your mind would just be Matt and then his partner Ranja, are the, you know, are the bigger dev team when it comes to it then otherwise then. And then, okay, yeah, it is exactly so coded as Ferna, who is now known as Zian Su, who did a good amount of the music as well too, as you can see here. Which I am very, very, very happy with when it comes to.
I would recommend going all the way to the bottom of credits, of course.
I didn't also if you quit the music if it changed it too. Ah! How do I change the music back? No!
Just pick a different one.
Yeah, I'll just put a different one. To go to the very bottom. Are you there? Oh, that's really cute! That's also an achievement. Hello, that's so cute. I thought you were gonna like surprise me being like special thanks to, and then you would be there.
Why would I do that? Why?
I don't know. You're more involved, or like you were more involved with EBF than otherwise. So anyway, this is Find Matt's Cats exactly as we see here. We just gotta find everything on the level when it comes to then, and just go on from there. So we can see we have like a little puffy slime thing, and we have hints apparently, or like a bush slime, 2 cats, squirrel, a mushroom, so on. So if we click on things, yeah, we'll get to open things up, and it's just a scavenger hunt. So open up the doors, we'll see what's here. So see what else is around. It's just a nice little chill game. Is that a? I was about to say, is that a bacon bunny slime? But no, it's just a bunny slime with bacon on it.
You will see a million references in this game, so it is fun to just sort of like point and go like, oh, it's a thing. Like, you could recognize anything from any game. Like, you could see maybe like a Pokeball, a Triforce, there might be, I don't know, a Book of Revelations hidden around. Any kind of reference, really.
Absolutely. It's a game that you are intended to click around, just chill out, have your fun with when it comes to that. So this is just gonna be talking, yapping. I know Flaney's ahead of me in the game when it comes to, because he played the demo and I didn't.
Currently I'm poking around in easy mode.
I got a pocket pet! Slime Bunny! That's so cute! Oh my god. Oh, and that's part of a collectible. Good to know. yeah, there's just everything to click around and just, just chill out, have a good time with talking, and we just get to reminisce. Again, like, especially for us, it's been 5 years together. And again, if not for Fee pinging together when it comes to then we never would have actually been able to meet or connect, because I appeared on Fee's stream more than anything when it comes to then,
That is true. That is true. But I have always said this, and I will stick with this, is because I discovered Fee so early in my life, and then she returned to the fray just after lockdown, and I sort of saw that and came into the zone, and all of the stuff that maybe happened to me in the meantime, that is inconsequential. So no matter what time I might in, I would have always come back to Fee, and therefore always met you. That's just a guarantee.
It's just, fate works in many mysterious ways, Alright, it's you again. What's up? Wow, you already finished the first level? Well, what did you think? It was fun. Fun enough for me just clicking and just being able to pilot around a little bit. That's great. I was hoping to hear that. Anyway, that was only a practice level. Things are gonna get more difficult now. Can I say one thing, love? I can't picture Matt without seeing either, I think, like the red dragon scale armor, like armor headpiece and set, because that's what I basically wrought them through when it comes to then for the entirety of my EBF series, or I think it was like the paper bag.
We do love the paper bag.
So that's all that I ever had. Also, I still don't have my shoutouts when it comes to that, because I keep forgetting to put that on ever since my thing, since my what's his face, since my computer exploded and I had to get a new one and get all my OBS stuff up. But apparently I don't have my OBS all the way up. Hello, Zuyane. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for coming along. I hope you can show out. It's your wonderful Win Mage, your Cruz Ship servant. Chartreuse Proxy, everyone always at your service now. I am a variety streamer, and I'm just showing out playing old school. I say old school. Playing the new game by one of my oldest by a creator that I've been one of the oldest fans of ever since their earliest works when it comes to it then. More Matt's Cats players? Yes! There's so many of us! Come on, join the chat. Me and my partner here, Flanny, as we can see by our picture right down here, are just reminiscing about how we met. And, like, because to date it then, like, I first started interacting with Ferna's stuff when it comes to... Let's try bigger level first. But back when it was... What's his face? When... I'll just keep rocking normal. Back when it was only Epic Battle Fantasy IV had really just come out. Because I remember finding it on Congregate back then as like the top strategy, no, the number 2 strategy or action RPG game I think at the time or so when it comes to. I played it all on a Congregate account, and then I went back through the series all the way back then as well too. Streaming it with your girlfriend as well, being it your birthday. Ah, that's so cute! Wow, that's actually really funny considering how this is... Oh, it is not my birthday. I'm not trying to steal your thunder. It's just a date out with my girlfriend here.
Yeah.
But congratulations. Happy birthday as well. I hope you had yourself a wonderful stream, and wherever you are, wherever you may be, whether it's be, morning, afternoon, evening, night. I'm just reciting my outro.
You're doing your outro.
I know, I'm abridging it, but I'm saying, because new chatter and all, I hope that you can enjoy yourself, whether you are winding down for tonight, or if this was a good start to your morning. Just congratulations, and I hope you can just enjoy this stream of old people yapping about their childhoods.
Did you just call us old people?
I can say I'm old compared to everybody else in the Discord who's basically younger, besides like 2 or 3 people. And you're a dark elf, love. You've been alive for hundreds of years. Anyway, would you like to take over Nats for me?
Oh, she's here. Sorry to interrupt you, but I don't think Matt explained the hint system yet. And the stream is not caught up. Do you want me to explain how hints work?
Well, if I'm streaming in Discord, that way we were avoiding this.
Yeah, I know.
What, was it lagging on Discord?
No, it's caught up now, but now I'm... Like, I can't... Okay, I assume you're not continuing until I read it. Because I have no idea if I, like, missed a button.
No, I just clicked please explain hints, and now that's starting with you can.
You can use hints by selecting the item you're looking for in the list. The hint item is quite flexible. You can choose what type of hint you want.
Ah.
So you can ask for the general direction of the goal, or ask whether you have to do something special to find it. And if you're impatient, you can just spend more hit points to go directly to the goal. That works too. Hit points slowly regenerate over time, but they regenerate faster if you interact with certain items and find goals. Does that make sense?
Got it.
Anyway, don't be afraid to use them if you get stuck. See ya.
Anyway, because notifications also went on. Thank you for joining the Cruz Ship as well, Julien. I was pulling up your profile just to see like how long that your stream was. Congrats on 4 hours of stream, and you're also playing EBF 5 earlier too. Yes, yes.
EBF 5 and well, okay, so not gonna lie, I have 100% at EBF 3, 4, and 5.
My God.
I love them so much, and sometimes I do go back to them. I think I still have EBF 5 on my mobile that I occasionally load up. Like 100% of them is just par for the course. I still need to go through the collection, as I mentioned to Crazy before stream. I just haven't really got around to it because some of the other games like ABF 1 and 2 being the endless battle simulators, rather than the the RPG adventure, or the JRPG adventure, I should say, that the other three are. They're a little bit less. I don't know. Their replayability is lost on me when I'm like, oh, I've gotten all the way through to the last level and lost. I don't really want to do another run through, or. The Cat Cafe game is adorable, but my god, does it take a while to make some progress, just because obviously you are repeating the same thing, getting upgrades, and it isn't something that you can just sit down and blast out in 6 hours, you know?
Mm-hmm. I know, for me too, if I'm gonna date myself again back to it, especially so, I only started with EBF 4, and then that's when, that was high school age when it comes to it then. Around that time too, it was also finding Matt's blog, and he was teasing Bullet Heaven 2 at the time. No, it was Epic Battle Fantasy 5 and then Bullet Heaven 2, wasn't it?
EBF 4, Bullet Heaven 2, EBF 5.
Okay, around that timeline and everything like that then. But at least point for me especially was I went backwards finding all the series and everything like that when it comes to then. And it was just a joy getting to see that. Plus also getting to sit in the Discord overall, considering how I discovered it because I am very, I wouldn't say antisocial, but I'm not joining Discords otherwise unless I'm really going to interact with it. And when I say interact with it, it's because I am scared, I am absolutely so scared of bigger Discords of like 2,000 people to try to make a name for myself in. As Fee was the one who pinged me at everyone in that same server to say, ooh, Vtuber is streaming our game, go watch her. And then I got an influx of 1 million people watching the stream then.
The EBF Discord still scares me. I know people who were there who are on Feed server. I know people who came over to your server for a while. Some of them were crazy, some of them not so crazy. And some of them, are really nice. But of course, I just sort of felt that and again, that server on its own has 10,000 people. So if you're actually, involved in it, I feel with a bigger Discord, are you just gonna get lost while you're playing the game?
It's not like you can't make friendships in a big Discord or not when it comes to, but at least for me, for my sake and all, I would have I just like to have a small community or go from there when it comes to then rather. And I feel like I get lost in all that miasma otherwise then. It's kind of too much!
I fully get you. Using hints already.
I mean, I need to figure out how the hint system works. So while I have a few unlocked, I might as well just see if I can't.
So the hint
Figure
system,
everything.
you get a max of 9, and you can use them. Well, yeah. If you were to have key items left, you could of course then poke them, and effectively anything that you click on that you need a hint for, it will tell you. Do you want to use 1, 2, or 3?
Baby bush. Sorry.
Because the actions explained to you by Nat earlier. So yeah, the first one will just sort of point you, hey, have you looked on the left side of the map? The second one will go, hey, maybe you need to move something. And then the third one will just point you straight to it.
I'd say it's easier, like 1 hint and 2 hits too.
As I say, you get a max of 9. And so if if you feel that you need them, like, they will just regenerate, so don't be afraid of them. There's no prizes for doing it hintless, pretty sure.
And it's not like I'm trying to be esports level clear quickly when it comes to that. It's just more of like, I do want to at least clear things. It's not that I'm playing it on hard now. I'm playing it on normal just so we can talk and chill. I'm gonna be really mad. I'm like, I have to move it and it's on the eastern side of this picture. Where?
Wait, you're just looking for the last currency gem?
Yes.
Okay. Just be sure to look carefully, because sometimes it can be, like a green gem in a tree.
Going to be, and then if it doesn't come to, then I'll just get around to it then.
I'm doing the hard mode on this same map, and it's Gary's giving me like every insect on the map. Oh boy, like. Just basically, I mean, I do like spending my life finding cool bugs, but I just need to find more cool.
Goodness. 'Cause I know, like, but if we go back to, like, the talk about what's his face. What do you mean right here? Huh?
What about, is it under the bench?
It's not like I can move the bench.
Okay, I'll click on it.
I'm clicking. I'm clicking all over where this arrow is. So I'm like, huh? What do they mean? Oh, I had to keep cutting down the tree. Okay, made sense. I feel so smart. 'Cause I kept clicking it, but I didn't see that I was cutting the tree down. There's a beaver right next to it. Rah! Rah! Okay, let me refill my water real quick.
But the other thing about the EBF series as well is just, I don't know, there's something so replayable about it. Like, even though you might have played the RPG and 100%ed all the DLC and whatnot, you can just play it again and it's still fun. Right?
I think the big thing for me when it comes to for EBF, or let me finish this thought after I get through Matt's old segment. Oh, cool. Nice. You also beat level 2. Looks like you're getting the hang of the game. By the way, what's your name? Is there an Easter egg if I put C? I'm not gonna do that. Chartreuse. Okay, that's a cool name. I told my secretary to write that down so I don't forget how to spell it. Oh boy, I can't wait for my name to be butchered. Really badly.
Hey, I'm not just a secretary. I do a lot of different jobs around here. And sometimes I feel like you don't give me enough credit.
I guess I should have mentioned this earlier. But, yeah, I'm not exactly working alone on this project. My 3 best friends are here in the office working for me. With me.
Hi, I guess you're Chartreuse. Nice to meet you. I'm Natalie. I'm in charge of a lot of the admin stuff, like answering emails, accounting, market research, and whatever else that needs done.
I feel like also as I'm thinking about this, I'm gonna be called out, but this is a EBF thing always, because I'm thinking achievements.
She's not pleased.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yep, there you go. There's the achievement for poking around with gnats.
So, fun fact about this is that you can actually poke everyone, not just in various areas, but just poke them and annoy them. And there are actually, even though it's like just cutscenes, there are actually friendship levels with each of them that you can get.
I mean, I think I remember seeing that. Well, I think if I remember correctly, like when Matt was talking about making the game, he talked about how like some of the choices of dialogue are actually like differing opinions, and he had like an example one of Matt and Lance disagreeing on a decision to do. I didn't know how much of a thing there is about that though.
All I know is that I think I saw on my credits there's like a friendship level meter, and I think I have negative points with Natalie, so I might have poked to a bit too much.
Guys, oh, I had to get one achievement because usually Nats is unfortunate fan service girl for the EBF series, and you can just trick out of boobs at any time to make them jiggle, and there's an achievement in every game for them. So I had to figure out if there is still that, as per Matt's usual MO.
It is, in fact, a rite of passage.
But going on with.
Basically, I do a lot of the boring stuff so that Matt can loaf around and Lance and Anna can do some actual game dev work.
Yeah. Okay, Nats. You want to take over and talk to the new player?
No thanks. Looks like they already know what they're doing. And I've got to go place some bids on eBay. Let's talk later, Chartreuse. Happy treasure hunting!
Also that, or I can only think of, like, again, EBF kind of things when it comes to, of, like, only seeing Nats in, like, either, like, holy or unholy gear for either auto-res or all of that resistance late game. A lot of stuff I gotta find. Holy! I just start clicking. I didn't even know any of the store. I'm just gonna click on everything as we go on. So hi, Okamino. Hope you're doing well. Cats! I'm gonna eat all of these cats' food. But yeah, again, like, I feel like I can only think of so much of the game. Oh, chicken noise! Sorry.
You trying to make animals mad again?
Well, I was trying to see, like, if the chicken was moving up, if I keep moving myself with it, if I can make them, like, infinitely fly.
I mean, if you spam click an animal, you can do the thing you can do in EBF 5.
Oh!
Did you?
I never did that in EBF. I only messed in 5. Is that a 5 thing only? Because I just remember messing with the chicken constantly other ones.
Wait, did you do it to an animal or did you kill a cat?
I killed a cat!
Oh no. I meant like the crab or something, like the background animals. You could just, you know, like...
I got another achievement for getting impatient, and the whole screen was shaking.
Oh yeah, because you did an earthquake keys. You are basically God and you're just poking your big old finger in there.
Okay. But yeah, I blew up a cat, and Rena's mad at me now. Justifiably so. But what? I'm experimenting! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to blow a cat up. You can poke me all you want when we get into community night later on if you want as recompense. But my god, I didn't mean to blow up cats. I didn't know that the leopards would eat my face. Goodness. I saw water slime. So cute.
What I was thinking of Sweetie Pie is if you, let's have a look. Once you get to an area.
Having fun clicking around still. Wow! Aquarium, find an underwater area. Okay, I can just make the world shake again. That's cool. Oh, I zoomed all the way out and I clicked on a shrimp without meaning to.
Gotta eat the shrimps. I am having very little luck finding all these tiny items on my side.
GaleForce. Okay, yes, I did blow it. I did blow a thing up. I didn't mean to blow cats up. That's not. I'm not Chartreuse cat blow upper proxy now. When it comes to now,
Okay.
what the record state?
What I was on about, Sweetie Pie, is if you just go to like click that seagull, for example, and just like poke that seagull a few times. There you go. Because they used to go all hell mode in EBF5 when you poke them too much.
Yeah, that's an EBF5 thing or so that I didn't really participate in as much. I just, like you said, cook an animal, and cats are animals, so I started cooking one.
I know,
and then it blew up.
I didn't mean for you to blow the cat.
I mean, I got an achievement that said, how could you? So, like, I'm not saying that I'm good through an achievement. It's like the game's toned me out on that, too. And I'm just kind of like, what else am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
Oh, poor kitty. I'm trying to make you not seasick if I can help it. I don't think I'm gonna do much about him. Poking around, interact with 1,000 items already?
Yeah, when you're just prodding things, it adds up.
Yeah, it kind of does. I'm just surprised I'm ready this far, you know? Did I start a fire if I put the coal, if I put the fire pit enough? Oh.
I am doing so bad.
I'm trying things that not make you seasick. Put the boat back and forth 15 times. Oh, I was trying to see if there's any other way I can get like that cat out of the boat because they seem seasick. What else am I supposed to do? I have to interact with it one way. It's like when people like, it's like when you have a first-person shooter and it's like you either only press E or you shoot at the thing to tell what things to do. Like, I'm bound by my genre conventions.
Oh, I found a spider.
I will continue to eat all the food that we have here, though. Smile. He's funny? Yeah, and it's like nothing too much. Is that the Yoshi's Island Happy Flower?
Yeah.
My new age app, even though Yoshi's Island was like my growing up when it comes to, I was about to say, is that Flowey? And it's like, nah, that would be if I was a younger audience at that point then.
Honestly, when I saw the flower as well, I thought it was Yoshi's Island. And so I guess it must have been.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hello, Zui. I still remember when the developer of this game made amazing turn-based RPGs. Epic Battle Fantasy was beyond special to me. Yeah, and again, like, the fact that made up so much of my life back then. I know one thing that I was joking about to some people was, like, yeah, talking, like, art, like, Flash games and everything right now when it comes to now. Because it's Flash games. Pixel Cat! But then, I was like, and I was talking about, like, the old discussion back then especially was, yeah, like the whole like, Bloods versus Crips jokes and all that, but it's like, were you either a Congregate or an Armored Games kind of person? That was, like, very much a big history on, like, which Flash game website you preferred on. I learned it on Congregate because I was able to trade an account for Balloon's Tower Defense and save my progress there back then. And that was, like, so the big marking point for me.
I was so impressed with Congregate for being able to save my progress. So my first introduction to, because to be honest, all Flash games were pretty much hosted on all sites, right? There was very few that weren't. So my first introduction to Flash games was a really old site called ambyslife.org. And it basically had like Hell of Sand and all the old like physics simulator games on there. Like, and that's where I really started. I then saw quite a few games had the not Doppler tag attached to them.
Not Doppler, yes.
Like Impossible Quiz, and so I got hooked on Not Doppler, and every Thursday I would pick up new games, and I would find them all on there, and they were all great. And then there was a few, so obviously you had games like Boombot and things that were done by Bubblebox, or but whatever the hell it was called.
Bubble
I think it was
tanks and
Bubble
whatever
Box.
stuff like that.
Well, the little dinosaur guy, I think it was Bubble Box. Though the thing, and of course Mini Clip. Mini Clip is a classic.
Any clip, absolutely.
There were a few games on Mini Clip that actually they were full games outside of the Flash world, like the Yoda Sushi Chef and other sort of simulator restaurant games. Hidden object games like this one's, like the Scruffs, actually had a full version as well that you can go and chase. So a lot of mini clip games are actually like demos of bigger games. And then they had like unique mini clip only ones like Candy and Clyde and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And of course, then there was Congregate, and I moved on to Congregate. And the first thing I did was I went, "Oh, look, badges," because I am an achievement whore. And so, looking at badges, and I was like, "Oh my god, let me go and have a look at those." And then the very first badge of the day that I got was for EBF 3.
Yes.
And I went, "Oh my god, this game is amazing!" And I kept playing. I actually, when I first played EBF 3, I had no idea about how to upgrade my skills. So I got all the way to the first boss and beat Jack with just Lucky Star, Bushido, and the basic attack, and the basic shooting alone.
That is amazing.
And then I got to the water area, and because after you beat Jack, you get the gun, the deep blue, the water gun. And I gave it to Lance, and then when I was in the beach area, I was like, "Hang on a minute, why aren't these blue clays taking any damage?" And I basically was like, "Oh my god, there's an entire elemental affinity system, and I've been doing water damage this whole time. How did I not know this?" And then I said to myself, like, "I'm gonna take a break." Like, I went back to school. Like, I was like, when you're in school and then you just like you can't do anything all day except think about the game you want to play when you get home.
Yeah, that one pro ZD state of like, I could be playing Pokemon right now.
And like you thinking like what you're gonna do when you get home. So I was just like, there's an elemental affinity system. Oh my god, I really need to be like doing that, and I need to restart the game so that I can like completely crush the starting area. And so I did.
Yeah. I know, like, for me, it was a different skill issue, like, with EBF 4, because I did my first entry. Like, I understood how to upgrade skills, armor, whatever. The thing I didn't understand was, shared skills. Ones that were neutral, that were usually assigned to, like, certain party members. So I think, like, for example, I think Healmore, for instance, was, yeah, a Nat skill, but you could assign that to Nats or Anna instead. Or some skills that you would find weren't just character exclusive, but you could actually assign out to anybody, rather, when it comes to them. And I just never interfaced with that at all. I only just used the character-specific ones.
I remember playing EBF 4, and I think, obviously, you start out with Anna, and I was like, "Oh, this is really cool." And then I unlocked Lance, and I was like, "Oh, good, the original 3 are back. Let me just switch back to Lance and never touch Anna." Like, because I was so used to EBF 3 and playing as Lance. And then, come to me now, like, if I'm playing that game, I will have Anna, Matt, and Nats, like, up front every time. Lance, you can go sit in the back and smell. Like,
Matt was the one who usually sat in the back for me. That's because I was huge on AoE.
Damage dealer.
Oh, I was huge on AoE, and my small tiny brain was like, Lance can do AoE, even though his AoE was still primarily one big, like, AoE primarily focused on one person, and then the others just did a small splash. But I was still like, ooh, that is AoE!
That is fair.
So that was small, idiot, stupid brain me back then. And then Matt would ironically just be like, alright, I need a big tank, so I gave him like anything that would like bless, auto res, whatever that I could on him, and he'd just be big ass tank. And also for anything that I needed rock or water affinity, I just left to him. Because again, stupid me, not assigning other skills when it comes to then. So Geyser and like the rock stuff, whatever, like, or the Matt hard carry stuff, of course. Then.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go on with this here so we can keep talking as we click. That's 3 levels you completed now. I don't think there's much left for me to teach you. If you want, you can revisit some earlier levels to find stuff you missed. we can keep moving forward. Each world has 7 levels in it, but you don't need to finish all of them to unlock the next world. You just need to find enough goals. You can easily track your progress in the level select menu. You'll be able to see how many goals, gems, and cards you found in each level. I'll leave you two and talk to you later. I'm gonna check on the other beta testers. See you, Chartreuse! I remember correctly if you told me to, like, the goals are different. Yeah, the goals are different for each difficulty level, but it's the gems and the collectibles.
The bonus and the gems carry over, but the goals for each level are different, and of course for each difficulty they are of different quality. So like an easy goal might be find the big cow, whereas a hard goal is going to be like find a tiny little insect friend.
I'm seeing here exactly, yeah. The medals and everything like that there's that, and I'm seeing friendship levels, so I'm still at 1 with Nats, even though I did poker a lot, thank goodness.
Yay, poking people.
I'm looking at, okay, so there's pocket pet stuff. Cool. Can't they like spawn a bunch, or do they just, okay, no, they just keep overlaying. Yeah, fan art and whatever, stuff like that. Cute. And then I remember too, like, the thing that we were going on about then I remember too is that for gameplay, there should have been, what's his face? Yeah, different mascot stuff when it comes to then.
Oh yeah, because you can buy cute cats and stuff. I need to, because you can claim money as well for getting achievements, so you can help. How much money do I have, and how much what stuff can I buy?
I'm gonna click the pointers. If I'm gonna be clicking things, I want a fancy pointer. I'd go with that one.
Wow.
Wow.
I have 400 monies. I do have a really nice interface box actually. Select filter. Which one? Wait, hang on. Go back to your thingies. I want to see your. Did you buy all 4 of those?
Because I was just looking through mouse pointers, and so I just need to find one that isn't just white.
Ooh, well, what's that?
Oh!
Okay. So
wait, that's cool! They actually have different effects.
Oh, shit. I bought a cake, and the cake cannot harm animals. There's a fish. What's that?
That's really cool. Wait, actually, if I mouse over the other one. Okay, no, it doesn't tell, but gems sparkling more often is actually really nice, considering how I didn't find all the gems last time. So let's go back here real quick. Because if gems sparkle more often, I wonder if I can find the others. Also, is that one cat that I blew up going to be back here? No, he's not. No, no. I didn't mean to blow up cats. I swear. Okay, there is a gem, but I'm gonna keep going back. Or rather, no. If I have hints, I might as well just use them the last ones I didn't find. Then there's no harm.
I bought a mascot, and it's a skeleton cat. Oh, I got an achievement for replacing it with a monster. No.
What, for replacing
my mascot with a skeleton cat?
Ah.
Because he's a skeleton cat. Where are you? Are you back in Kiwi Islands? Oh.
Yeah, because I had a few, like, I'm trying to just do the goals without the hints, and then any leftover hints I'll use for the gems I don't find then.
This is a good idea.
Alright, the Eco Village.
There's a big lovely moo cow. Sounds like you missed something. You think it's feeding heavy?
Lots of stuff. I really love these little vignettes, though, so much.
Squeaky ducks.
But going back to like the Armor Games Tundra Dig, whatever.
Oh yeah, I was in the middle of the thing. Because I was describing all of the different places that Flash games were found. Now, Armor Games was the big one, and yeah, as you said, like everyone's argument was either do you play on Armor Games, do you play on Congregate, and everywhere else was like the smaller publishers. Now, Armor Games again, they distributed everywhere. These things like Fancy Pants Man and Crush the Castle was a big one for me. These were distributed all over, not Doppelganger, etc. So it doesn't matter where you played your Flash games as long as you preferred that website. You could play that, and Because now you may have known, of course, that obviously things like Epic Battle Fantasy got its own collection, and other Flash games have been getting them too. Everyone knows the Henry Stickmin collection, of course. Things like Escape
Yep.
the Bank, or Breaking the Bank, Escape the Prison.
I think you
They
already
got
said it early on too, but the Fancy Pants Adventures, they're like a huge collectible, huge collection. I did well with that too, if I remember.
Yeah, Crush the Castle has a collection I discovered that I want and is on my wish list because I will absolutely play the hell out of that. There's just other Flash games. So what else was the other one that got a collection that I wasn't too sure of? One of them definitely got one, and I was just like, it was a Flash game series. There was a Sushi Cat as well. That was it. Sushi Cat had a collection as well as a Steam upgrade remake thing. So there's lots of like really old Flash games that might trigger just people's memories, like unlock memories.
Yeah.
There's also ones like mobile games. So like Doodle God, for example. The Doodle God started out as a Flash game and became a mobile game, and like blew up, and Doodle God is still available to play on mobile apps.
What was the one to where it's like you had to combine elements and basically create a world out of it? Like you only have to like.
That's Doodle God.
Okay, I just didn't remember if that was it or not. And then again, going on too, like there's a lot of other pocket games that you could have so much fun with too. When it comes to like a lot of other famous like smaller ones, like I know like one big one for me was like The Last Stand. Because there's the whole categories for FPS shooters or zombie games when it comes to it then. So that was a whole series. Infectionator was like a pandemic
was a fun one.
style game to where you are the virus again too. Strike Force Heroes! Strike Force Heroes was a great kind of like game, because that was one of the few games where you could actually play internet multiplayer with people back then too.
There was a lot of them, the Stickman series, so things like Stickman Sam was a big fighter one, or, all the Stick Assassin games, or like just various Sniper Assassin games, of course.
Waterboy and Fire Girl and like all the Temple Adventure games.
That one was a classic. I think they've got a collection now. I know that the, I think the Stickman Sam has one actually. Also on the lines of Stick was Stick RPG. Stick RPG, it was an 18 plus game because it was all about, it featured alcohol and smoking and like, but for some reason I played the hell out of that. I absolutely adored Stick RPG too because of just how deep it went. And how much like extra stuff you could find, and like there was whole like Hotline Miami style combat maps and everything. Like, it was insane, and I don't know, even though I was like 13 and not supposed to be playing it, I would log in every single day and play Stick RPG 2 because why not? Like,
Also, don't mind me freaking out a little bit of like, ooh, I'll click on a tree with the birds on it, and shaking the birds out of the tree completely, as they just fall over to the wayside. I'm like, huh?
I need one more gem at this level.
But the other but it was EVF was probably the one that I probably spent the most on, of course, in those Flash games. It was a lot of strategy games, so like the King's Lead Odyssey and whatever stuff like that was pretty good too for strategy. Infectionator took a lot of my time. But then the other game that I did, and this was before I had Steam. I remember one of my friends was playing it on Steam and everything like that, and they convinced me to play it, but I didn't have a Steam account, and I was too stupid to. So I was like, oh, it's already on Congregate, so why would I need to get Steam? Because I had a Congregate account. It was Realm of the Mad God, which was the very first MMO that I could actually say I played back then in the day, quite frankly. Realm of the Mad God is a pixel, kind of like bullet hell-ish MMO RPG when it comes to. That's still ongoing when it comes to, quite frankly. Right? It's still on Steam and whatever. And such, and I'd have to see like if Congregate actually is still kicking around when it comes to. They know that Flash games have been dead for a while, and they've been ported to use Ruffle, I think is what it's called.
So Ruffle became the successor for Flash, and it basically is run by a couple of guys. Matt uses it. He made this game in Ruffle.
Nice.
And so it was basically Flash's successor after Adobe took out Flash in like 2020, 2019, was it? I think they took out. And so Now, Congregate is still around. Unfortunately, I was on it the other day, basically. They have revamped the website, so it doesn't have that same feel that Congregate did before, but a lot of the classic games are still available to play because of Ruffle.
That's cool.
There's personally a game that I enjoy. There's an idle game called Swarm Simulator. It's literally just feed meat to bugs and make more bugs. Now, the original Swarm Sim is just text-based, similar to like a Dark Room or other idle games, is purely text-based. And for some reason, I actually prefer that to the remake it got, the Swarm Sim Evolution, that you can find on Steam or on mobile. But the cutesy 3D graphics just didn't really fit the bug vibe for me. Like, I wasn't a fan of like the big flashy animations when it came to it, because it's my idle game, like I just want to make the numbers go burr.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, while Swarm Sim Evolution is like, I see the appeal, the original text-based, like I went back to Congregate specifically to play that. And other games that are there, like there was a lot of like really, I loved finding niche unique flash games that no one else would play because no one else knew that they were there, because they were made by independent creators. On Congregate, there is a super hot Hotline Miami hybrid.
That sounds cool.
And it is cool, and it's only like 6 levels. It's literally called Super Hotline Miami. But it is, I just really enjoyed playing it and just seeing how much weird, bullshit I could do by just moving in certain ways or trying to avoid, like, there is a Congregate badge, a hard mode badge for finishing the first level using only your fists and not like picking up any extra weapons and things. Excuse me. I understand that you're in Iraq, but like, unless I need to cut down the tree. Damn the cutting down trees to find gems.
Anyway, next level, Force Adventure. Sweetie, if you could.
Oh, there's a few more things about hints that I think you should know, Chartreuse. You can use hints to find gems and cards too. You just need to poke the bottom left area of the interface.
Thank you,
And
pointing at.
And you can also change how often you get hints in the options menu, or even turn them off completely. And I think that pretty much covers it.
That's a cute face from Nats right there.
It is such a cute face.
I was hoping I could do like head pat her without making her mad, so that's the most I'm doing.
Happy treasure hunting.
I will say I really love like how expressive the cast is, considering like I'm only used to having like the 1 or 2 expressions of like dead or alive essentially back then.
I've just unlocked a cutscene because I changed my mascot. I finished the level and Matt's come up to me and he's like, "What the crud is this? I've not even seen this cat. I'm not even sure it is a cat." I didn't know these weird ideas were already in the game.
Oh.
I basically just made Matt sad because I have a skelly cat.
Because you took away his regular cat? That's really funny. Hey, mascot cat.
Where are you?
I'm in 1.5 right now.
Ah, nice. I shall go there.
I spent my hints to get the last of the things from the other levels. The slime cats, it's just so nostalgic seeing them so much. But yeah, going on from that, like, that's something I've been meaning to go back to and just look at. Of just, curiosity, because it's not a big game when it comes to that. Of seeing if my, what's his face? Why is there a hot dog boat in this river? Seeing if my Realm of the Mad God account would be around. I'd have to see if I can even log in, if I even remember my login from my Congregate, or if it's even still bound to my same email.
I can tell you now that my Congregate account is still around and still has the giraffe horse picture from the Super Duck Hunt on it. Like, of Super Duck Punch.
I remember my picture. I don't remember my exact name for my account, which is the thing, and I don't remember which email I used, but I'd have to search around. But I had I had a picture of a guy from a Japanese RPG when it comes to then.
Nice. Super Duck Punch was a fun Congregates game. Because it was the age-old question of would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? It answered that very question, and it would, there would be like, do you want to fight a dragon-sized giraffe or like it was crazy. Oh no, that was it. It was a hydra-headed giraffe or a giraffe-headed hydra. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to play with. And because that was one of Congregate's exclusive games, alongside the Armadillo launch, which let you use like the companions as little boosts. Because the companions you got effectively for playing 5 games a week and getting the badges. If you got the badge of the day for 5 days a week, you got a companion, and then you could make it shiny by getting a couple of extra badges as well. I think it was 4 badges, and then you got, like, if you got 7, it made it shiny. I think something like that. Now, funnily enough, I played for years, and I was like, why don't they ever release, like, why don't they loop back? I'm so sad that I missed certain companions. And when I went on the other week to play the game and I got the badge, I looked at the badge of the day and it said, you already had this companion. Unfortunately, you missed the chance to make it shiny, but because it was like a Friday. And then I was like, oh my god, like they don't make any more companions, but they are still looping them around and you can still relive that experience. And I just thought that was really sweet that they have still got that going.
You saying all of this is making me think of other games that was our childhood or so. Did you ever have Neopets?
Was Neopets online?
Yes, Neopets was like fully online. Its own like online kind of game and everything.
I did not use Neopets. What I did play was Martian Monsters. Now, time for another funny ramble. So my 2 games that I played mostly when I was in like primary school, when I was really young, I started out with Club Penguin and Old School RuneScape.
Yes, Club Penguin.
I still play RuneScape. In fact, I played it the other day, and I am actively waiting for League 6 to come out. That's another thing.
I'm gonna interrupt you for 2 seconds, sweetie. This is really funny. It's a picture of Doom, but it's Zoom with the magnifying glass. That is peak humor, Matt. I love that so much. But go on. So Club Penguin.
So Club Penguin, Old School RuneScape, and then Martian Monsters. Me and my sister discovered Martian Monsters, and it was right as it had come out. So this was before it actually became a bit of a craze. And so we played it, and it was fun. It was subtle. There wasn't any of the big content, like any of the Super Mario story missions or anything like that. It was literally just feeding, growing, and getting pets. And then when my little brother was growing up, he got to about age like 4. My little brother discovered Mario Monsters himself, and it blew up. Like all the kids would play Mario Monsters, and you would find the toys. They got the movie. You had all the little Moshling collectible figures that they'd like blind bags and things, and so it was fun to see that something that I had like discovered and grew up with in a way, like just sort of as a side thing, becoming the big thing like Club Penguin was for me. And that was just really cute, I thought.
I know like one thing, so it's like from my side, so I had Webkins and Neopets. Was like the ones that I had back then in the day. And of course, like I already did say Club Penguin too for credence as well. But I was collecting the actual physical puffles for Club Penguin. Of course, for Webkins, your membership account was only for a year. They had to keep buying more Webkins every year to renew it now. And that's the only way that you keep, keep your account going and all that. Neopets you can just adopt anytime. It was just completely free when it comes to them. Hold on. I have a cursor that whenever I'm near one of the last 3 gems in the area, it starts like pulsing. So I froze for a second.
My cursor does that for hard mode keys, which is good
Keys?
for when I'm... Well, so in hard mode, I know that you've not actually played on a high level yet. Things like when you have to cut down the tree, for example, you instead have to find an axe first before you can cut down the tree.
Ah.
Or if you're going to open a box, you got to find a key to open the box.
Makes sense, makes sense. I would say I've been having so much fun just clicking around the level itself that like I am so lost in the sauce when it comes to like finding the last things. Like, okay, a birdhouse, I'll just be able to organically find, hopefully. Where the heck am I gonna find a single goddamn leaf? You know?
In a tree.
Oh, goodness gracious, dude. I'm not dealing with that. I'm just going to auto-find this stupid leaf.
Ah, I found the purple plant I needed.
I think I can find this. I think I can find this on bird bots.
I've only got one. I've only got one of the bonus cards here, baby. I don't know if you remember where both of them were.
One of them. Well, they were both pieces of artwork. I can't remember where. I think one of them was right down at this bottom house here, maybe, the very bottom. And then another one was like it was pretty early on. Right? I think like top left over here. I wouldn't be able to say though. But both of them were like pictures of Matt when it comes to then. Like if you're looking for like a graphic to go off of.
Okay.
But it was that one that holds a good place in my heart again. Is I never played it, but a lot of my friends did, and I only like played it, you know, like after the fact. I remember like playing a little bit during the COVID years. Was a Wizard 101 actually was something a lot of my friends got into back in the day.
Yes, I remember Guppy playing a lot of that.
Yeah, Duppy was there, but I had a lot of IRL friends that got independently into it as well. But just for like, yeah, VTubing friends and all, I think Guppy might have been like the only main one when it comes to that. Okay, Dwarf, it's almost 7. Do you want to go on for maybe another hour or so, and then go on?
Sounds like a plan.
Hey. Hey, Chartreuse. Our programmer, Lance, wants to talk to you. Look at how peeved Matt kind of looks. It's probably not important, but do you want to hear what he has to say? I'd still like to meet Lance. Come on now. It looks like our new test subject is clever enough not to take your opinion seriously, Matt. Meet Lance, everybody. Our favorite, villain turned protagonist. And also, don't talk about how his outfit looked back in the day. Whatever. Go ahead and spit out what you want to say. Right. I want to make sure they know about hard mode. Some people, like me, prefer a more mentally stimulating experience. Each difficulty setting has a different set of goals for you to find, so playing levels on hard mode will be a fresh experience. Normal mode is meant to be quite fun and relaxing, but if you actually want to activate your neurons, you should give hard mode a try. I am curious about it, and I've only been doing normal, so yeah, go ahead, let me suffer. In-game, no other context. You like it hard, huh? No! Oh, then, remember to go into the options menu and change the difficulty settings before you start the next level. I thought that was like an auto change to hard for the next level, Lance. I thought you were gonna do that for me. You can change the difficulty setting at any time, but if you do it during a level, it will only take effect in the next level. Oh, and you should know that progress in each level is saved separately for each difficulty setting. Oof, I think that covers the basics. You and I are fully informed and my obligations are complete for now. Over and out. Thank you, very cool. A lumberyard on hard. Oh, Nat's moment, love.
Hey, I've been told you're playing on hard mode. I don't know if it's obvious or not, but if you're looking for a key item and need a hint, you need to poke the locked object twice. If you poke it twice, you'll see the usual hint options. It works the same whether it's a key, an axe, a hammer, or whatever.
Thank you.
Good luck. There's a lot to keep track of on hard mode, but it's my favorite way to play the game.
Yeah.
There's also mine too.
I mean, I just want to, you know, cruise through the experience and enjoy it. Because if I start getting hung up on hard mode stuff, then I feel like I'm gonna get like really hung up then, you know? There's also a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, we're on a big level now.
Okay, first and foremost, I think you see what the French baguette cat. It is a French cat! So on what interfaces I can. Baguette cat! This is huge for a vignette. Holy. Again, Matt poured so much love into this. Okay, at the same time too, like it's almost overbearing. Yeah, and for something you're just gonna click around with and maybe not give as much mind for each level, probably will be going back and completing them just for my own curiosity and all. At the same time too, it's like, oh my god, Matt, this is so much. The heck, man?
Oh no.
Step up. Here.
So I picked up a mouse cursor that's a kunai, and it has an attack option as your right click. You can just kill the animals on the map.
Oh.
Like you could just knock out the cow or whatever.
That is hilarious. And it makes me think back to, oh, it's locked. Welcome to hard mode. Well, that's an achievement to get then. So I need, what is that, pliers to open this waste basket? Interesting. But it reminds me of like, okay, well there's some. Cool. A key item to key item.
Oh.
But it reminds me in like a lot of people, like when they were reviewing eugenics, talking about how it's like, hey guys, well especially so, like if you weren't like if you didn't know about Edmund Macmillan's other work when it comes to, he is absolutely like like potty mouth, potty humor, and there's so much of just taking the piss out of a lot of things when it comes to then. So if you weren't comfortable with it then, on like what his work is, then that is a you problem then, rather it's not really the exact game for you then. But especially for that age too, since we've been talking about Frost games, right, that was very much so a big part of what's his face of a lot of Flash creators, with them just Among Us. Sorry, with them having absolute potty humor. I feel like that just came too from the day and age or so of like potty humor, or there's a lot of gore honestly in the Flash era as well too.
Yeah, it really was.
And again, I think that was also just like, that was just part of the times when it comes to it, of just like, that's just what you just kind of naturally expected out of these games and all,
Yeah. They were used as escapes, so it was a lot of, it was a lot of gore, it was a lot of violence, it was just a lot of fun ways to blow up stick people, basically.
Thinking about trends at that time then too, it's like, that's when The Walking Dead was also like pretty popular as like a TV series. When it comes to like ABC's The Walking Dead and all. And I think that also was probably a big influence on why there's so many zombie games when it comes to it then. Like just thinking about that out loud is my point.
Yeah, I get you.
Don't mind me knocking over everything in the house, like the one meme of like Link being a menace to the world because he's constantly just interacting with everything. He's constantly breaking into people's houses and breaking all their pots.
I'll be honest, I have been a far greater menace. So I went back to the tutorial house because this, this case I bought is a sniper rifle, so I was just shooting everything in existence.
I saw that for like $100, and that is also just another one that just attack everything.
Well, you can left click and play the game normally, or you can shoot at things and get points.
And get points!
Yeah. I don't know if there's an achievement linked to it or not, but it'd be cool if there was.
I suppose then, too, at the same time, it's like different strips for different folks on what they're feeling on how to have their fun when it comes to then. But like, don't let Peter hear that you're doing things with a reticle cursor to animals now.
I quit the level and Lance has come up to me. He said, I see it found the gun. The others didn't like that idea, but they don't know that I programmed it anyway. How did you like it? My options are, it's awful, and I like a gun.
I mean, I guess that's fair. I feel like if Lance talked to, you know, actual Force Ranger Anna when it comes to them know about it, they would have so much words. But aren't they both the programmers of this game? That's really funny to think about in retrospective then.
I love the little dialogues that you can get for these things, though. They're so cute.
It's so cute too, on just like, again, like, you know, since the EBF crew has always been, you know, the avatars essentially then, slash any cats that Matt comes up with, you know, of just like, you know, representing him and all. Again too, just like, yeah, they are, you know, in universe making the game, but the fact that like he has gone, you know, on the dev lot already, like I said, that this is also a little bit reflective of like his own experiences with making games just in general too. It's just really cute.
Yeah.
But let's see here. Joe, like going past Flash games and all, back when it was computer class in middle school and all, was big memories for me as well too. For the sheer fact of like plug-in CDs and whatever, like the old Oregon Trail games that you would get and everything that you'd play in computer class and all. Even then, like I feel like that's one literacy thing that I feel like the world could desperately need nowadays, which is actual computer classes again, or how like I'm gonna sound super boomerish with this take here, but like people need to legitimately put respect on and or take Microsoft or typing classes again. Like Microsoft Words, like Microsoft Word, Excel classes, whatever, stuff like that. Maybe it's just because I've also had like my business degree and I've been having to do this stuff, but like holy crap, people.
I am fully with you on this because I know that like people in my little brother's school or people younger than my little brother have been like people are getting to school, getting like IT classes or whatever, and like I've had babies don't know how to type because they have grown up with just tapping screens, so they don't like. It's not that they don't know where things are on a keyboard. It's just that they don't physically like. They don't have those same typing skills as we might do from having played games since we were like 4.
Mm-hmm. And it's also just again like more media literacy when it comes to it. I know, like for example, a lot of my jobs that I've been looking at on my job search, since I'm going to be out of a job soon enough, have been like secretary jobs or whatever, or even like a lot of professional capacity jobs and everything like that or so are asking you to just be able to type and like make emails when it comes to it then or so. And like seeing like some of my underclassmen friends talk about what they're posting on like Canvas or Canva or like whatever the crap that software is that they have to use now when it comes to for school, and seeing like discussion boards, you know, them, you know, this is like my RL was posting about it and all, but seeing them post their discussion board stuff and seeing how either it's not even like what is after Gen Z? Gen Alpha. Like basically just seeing like it's not even me knocking Gen Alpha slang. It's more of just kind of like, oh my god, these people actually do not know how to compose like a simple email that doesn't seem like they're writing a murder message. Like, am I wrong in saying that? Am I weird in saying that? Or am I right?
I get you. Like, creating professional emails is part of my job as well. And now I deal with a lot of old people and a lot of, you know, so they do actually know how to, you know, respond back. Some of them are idiots, can't spell. But that's just customers. But man, if I got an email from a young person and it was like, you know, going on about, I don't even know any of the young person slang nowadays, but you kind of imagine the kind of thing that it would be like. I get an email and they're really angry about something from a customer and they're like, this is sending me. I'm like, what?
Can I say that is actually one of my favorite things that I hear? That I've like absolutely stolen from Gen Alpha of this sends me. I love that saying so much.
Mine is this is giving X. Like I quite like that. I think like
Like
using
whenever people say it's like different, this is giving like X vibes or like X core vibes or
yeah,
whatever.
but they don't even say the word vibes anymore. It's
It's
just
just
like
this is giving.
Yeah, well, it'll be like this is just well, I don't know. This game is giving cute or something like that.
I
You know,
guess.
or they use it to sort of disguise it, but they don't say vibes after it. Or you know, this is giving vibes. It is. Hey, we got a hydrate. I should probably go fill the water up.
I would take that hydrate too.
Oh, half 12. Man. I have got a social meetup tomorrow. Technically, I should be doing that. But who cares? I have no baby.
There you go. But like, like, sorry, go on. Ah, gem. I just move my cursor around. Try to see like if a gem will naturally like start to light, like if it starts lighting up, since I'm on the last gems anyway. Doesn't seem like this is a foolproof system. I might have to zoom in more though. I just started weaving around trying to find these gems. But going back to what I was saying there when it comes to like people, not even just like trying to compose emos in a professional setting, is like saying that feels a bit disingenuous. It's not like people are making like big business calls every day when it comes to, but just like effective communication, just even in general when it comes to them. Because I think like the biggest examples that I would put out then is just like at work of just like how people communicate from coworker to customer when it comes to them, or also just the sheer like I'll say this, like there's like one person who wanted to like lodge, there's like two people who want to lodge a complaint like maybe like a week ago, and I was at the customer service desk because they felt like that one person had not giving them good service when it comes to, and they just, you know, want to talk to a manager because they felt like that was something that needed to be talked to and stuck up for. And these are like two guys that maybe looked like around my age, so maybe around like older 20s when it comes to them. And they were super like articulate, they were very patient, and they're like, I understand, like, you know, you need to call your manager over, that's all good, we just want to make our complaint known, and then we'll be out of your hair. I'd say, wow, that is very professional, that is very sweet, that you are, you know, separating me, your complaint, with, you know, whoever might have offended you on that side then, and you're being patient with it. And yeah, just being civil people. When my manager came over, I directed her over to them. They lodged their complaint, and they're like, thank you for your time. And then after they're done talking, they said, thank you for your time. We'll be out of your hair. And it was just simple as that. It's like, wow, it's been a while since I've had somebody who wanted to be civil about, you know, complaining about another employee when it comes to it then. And, you know, not tossing our hair out when it comes to it overall. So it's just, it seems like such small things, but it's just like, wow, there is hope for this generation. But on the other end, it does feel like a good amount of people are cooked of like, I'm trying to explain something professionally. I'm trying to be like, all right, you need to do this. You need to like follow these instructions. Somebody will be with you soon. And like, it's one thing to be just kind of like, okay, man, or whatever. It's like, you know, people interact, communicate differently. But when, like, sometimes when you just get people that are just kind of like, bet or aight, and then that's all that you get from them as a response back, like, you need to communicate. It's like, did you get all of that? Are we good? Are we clear? Can I go on? Or like, what's going on here, people? And it's just, it's not me, let me phrase it a better way. It's not me trying to knock how people communicate. Say however you want or whatever, you know, cross-cultural osmosis, trying to figure, you know, what people are saying, whether, you know, different accents or different kinds of, you know, ways to communicate. That's not wrong. That's just, you know, what we have to do as humans when it comes to understanding each other. It's when you're when that style of communication is like ostensibly unclear that I start to have issues then. It's like, I don't know how to help you, or this is not like, dude, I just need you to say yes or no so we can be on the same page here then. Yo, you know that Rizzoli though? Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, Rena. I think we'll call it here in this level though, because I think I'm happy without, because that's hard mode, and again, I just want to take it easy without having to stress myself too much. I did get a few more achievements though for hard mode, so I am going to get those. Excuse me. I don't know why, but I've been getting really stuffy just sitting here in like the past 10 minutes. But I guess I'm harping so much on just the side of respect when it comes to for people, because like for me addressing a lot of my cover letters, or me writing a lot when it comes to about my what's his face, me writing a lot on my resume or whoever I might be interviewing. I'm trying to be super prim and proper about it, in being like, hello, Mr. or Mrs. or whatever thing or so. Because I'm trying to make sure I'm not, going to be offending anybody, and also I'm making sure that, I'm setting a good example. And it's much better for me to be a little bit more too formal and them just being saying, and then the best situation of them saying, we're more casual, you can just call me whatever. You can call me Bob Dylan instead of Mr. Bob or Mr. Dylan. Rather than be a lot more loose and swingy and then being like, no, sir, we function on respect. You're gonna call me Mr. Boss here or whatever then. But like that level of just human decency is a wrong way to put it, because some people just never might have grown up or worked in that environment yet, so it just may not come as second nature to them. But like, people first impressions are a big thing. Even if I may be like the biggest party animal in the world, I'm gonna tone it back just so that way I can make sure that whoever I'm meeting with next isn't gonna be like, ew, dude, what are you doing? Or like, that was very disrespectful and that has irrevocably changed how I'm gonna think of you from now on. Winnie's not here, so I'm just gonna keep going on though.
I didn't realize I was muted. I came back.
Well, in that case,
I was wondering why I was trying to say a thing and you weren't listening. Yeah, I personally believe that everyone should work at least a year in customer service just to learn some proper respect for humans in general.
Yes! We agree. If I was like president of the US, I would institute a mandatory retail class for people to graduate. Yes!
Because all this does is anyone who's worked customer service knows how absolute hell it is. And they know that these people are just trying to get on with their lives and do their job. So stop being assholes to them. Anyone who is an asshole to them just clearly does not know. Yeah, I get that you're angry, but at least stay civil,
Could you read my next cutscene dialogue, please? By the way, love.
Of course. By the way, Chartreuse, just in case you get overwhelmed by the bigger levels, you should know that most of them are optional. You only need to find about half the goals in each world to unlock the next world, so you can skip some levels if you want.
Thanks.
Some of the other testers struggled a bit on these larger levels, especially the impatient ones. But I think you'll be fine as long as you take breaks. You don't have to find everything in one go.
Okay, so it's good to know, actually, thank you, Nats, that it's about half the stuff, because I've just been having fun clicking on. It seemed like when the arrow keys were gone. Like these arrow keys, I'd found everything that I needed, but I guess that was I would just keep coincidentally getting half every time then.
I keep finding axes in this lumberyard, and I can't find enough trees to use them on.
I'm just gonna keep playing on normal for now, though, because I'm gonna take it easy there. But going on from that, yeah, like one sad truth of the world when it comes to, which is also a part of why I'm very high on, mandatory retail class if we can help it then, is apathy in the world and people just not caring unless it affects them ever at all. So the sheer fact, especially for people just, being like, oh, it wasn't my problem, or, I really don't care about this affecting me, or them complaining and then being like, this is so bad, this is the worst customer experience, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that's ever had this problem before, and you can't help me with this? It's like, sir, please slow yourself down. We're gonna try to get to you if we can help it then, but my gods. Oh!
What? Did you just blow something up?
I put the cannon and I think I blew up 2 cats.
Oh.
But going on from that then anyway, yeah, just again, of people just having no self-consciousness on like what us as retail employees. I could put another cannon. Okay, that was a better one because it was hiding Baguette Cat. So I just don't have to keep cooking cannons then. But going on from that, again, like people just not caring about like, what's going on to like the other people around them until it personally affects them is one. I hate apathy so much. I hit a dog with a crossbow. What else was I expecting there? And it's just kind of like, where is your social self-awareness, people, of only caring about it when it affects you? Like, maybe the fact that I'm saying out loud, maybe it's bad that I'm too empathetic. That feels bad to say, just in general then. I'm like, no, people should have empathy for others. They should be able to relate to each other on that note then. And on the same side of things, like, if you see, like, there's something going wrong with, like, a transaction or whatever, stuff like that, you should have just the modicum of patience when it comes to them. Again, social media has done so much problems and damage on that side of lowered attention spans with people needing the gratification, or if I need to tell people, okay, you're gonna have to wait a little bit, because, like, my marriage is gonna have to walk on over, or especially for me, when it comes to for working at an IKEA, for instance. So, like, dude, I literally have to, like, walk 5 minutes to get to the other side of the store to check on something or so. If you're not back by the time I'm there, or if you're still not waiting by the place that I told you to wait by, or you wandered off, that legitimately is your problem, because, like, what else am I supposed to do, man? Like, I'm trying to help you, but you have to be patient, or you can't just be mad about it. Well, nobody else came to help me. Brother, there's only so much of us, and there's only so much attention span that we can spare for you. We're getting to you, or we're gonna try to get to you timely, and it's not like you were causing a problem up until you started complaining, and you were. Am I just going on a retail tangent, or am I valid in this, please? Please validate me.
Yeah, I know how you mean it. I used to work in, like, an actual store, and of course, like, someone would ask me, oh, can you just check the back for this? And I was like, yeah, okay. And of course you come back and they're gone, and you're like, great, well, I had your thing, but I guess you don't want it. Like,
It seems too, or also just, again, too, like, on the self-awareness thing, too, of, like, people can be on, people can be on, or notifications whenever can be on. One thing that I hate the most, retail-wise, because I've been working retail for 8 years of my career, I should say, when it comes to then across, like, 5 different stores and, like, 3 different chains, necessarily, when it comes to, of, like, when you check if something's in the back, depending on the store, all that you have on the shelves might really just be it, and there's, like, no actual back. I'm not gonna lie to you and walk off, and I'd waste both of our times. I'm just gonna say, I know for a fact we don't have it. Well, it said online that you may have it. Well, that's what it's going by, but I can talk to, like, whoever's doing the inventory, and they can probably confirm it for me too. Or I've had this question, the ones I hate is when I have to answer it. I already know the answer to the question because other people have already asked it, and I say, it's like, all right, I know the answer to this because other people have, like, asked this before. I know for a fact we do not have any more. Well, there's one more or two or so. It's like, I understand. It could be wrong. That could have been inventory just from the morning. It could have been, you know, just an inventory error. There's a lot of things that it could have been, but the fact is, I know and I've checked that it isn't here, so I cannot help you more unless you miraculously find it more than I've been searching for it for the past, like, 4 or 5 hours. Oh, so you're no help at all. I'm trying to explain to you that even if I did help, we wouldn't find it all together, lady. What do you want?
I had the experience of, like, it wasn't a big store, but it was certainly one of the biggest stores in the mall. And so we would be like, oh, do you have this in the back? And I'll be like, I can look. Now, if it was something that I wasn't too familiar on, I would, of course, you know, we eventually got headsets, so it could be like, hey, hat department, do you have any of this? Like, and then... But if it was, like, something that I personally was, like, trained on, like, but, you know, like, it was a clothing store, so I pretty much had full mastery over the sock department, and so if anything happened in it, I knew about it. And I ended up being also the same for bags and hats as well. But it would be like, do you have this sock? Nope. I can tell you exactly where that is and where we do not have it, so... you can go suck it. Like, we just straight up will not have that. And they were like, oh, but you might have it in another store. And I was like, we might, but we can't contact another store, so you're welcome to go chat, but we can't do anything. Like,
Yep.
go away.
I feel that so much too. Or it's like, well, it's like, sure, you can accommodate me. It's like, lady, if I could, we wouldn't have gotten to this point where you're trying to grasp for straws. I would have just given it to you straight up. We're not your enemies as retail coworkers. And it's not like you're doing the big, it's not like you're the first person in the world doing the service to the world by, like, interacting to a retail worker. Like, we're here to help, and yes, people can be squeamish when interacting and everything like that or so. But like, holy crap, you're not unique. People need help all the time, and not everybody's gonna be like, I did it. I interacted with them, which means they have to give me what I want. We're gonna try. Again, keyword is always trying. Yes, customer service is always, you know, at the highest end when it comes to then for what a lot of, you know, a lot of companies will say bottom line is we provide great customer service. But again, as it stands, there's only so much that we can do at a time. And they just have to understand that, you know, like, we're not gonna have the best answers that we want for them. And they just have to accept it. Yes, it's an inconvenience. Yes, I've been on the other side so much, but like, what else am I supposed to do for you?
One of the reasons I left my retail, my phone service, like phone selling job, as well as trying to move away, is just because it stopped being customer focused customer service, which is what I was trained in, and they started pushing the sales aspect of it all, and we were just like, I am not like cut out for this. Like, I came here to do customer service, and you have, since me being here, taken that away from me. Like, so no, I'm not going to take your bullshit.
Like, that's one thing that, like, our store was doing. Like, one of my stores that I had helped close down was doing back then too, of like, all right, we need to like now we're like, we have our store, you know, credit card. They can earn rewards back on. Now you need to sell 3 credit cards per week. It's like, I'm telling you right now, I can help the people out, but I am not going to meet that quota straight up. And I told my manager at the time then too, like, I know it's coming from the top, and you probably also have your hands tied too, but this is legitimately not gonna happen. I am just telling you. And again, it's frustrating to say out loud, but like, dude, like, I'm just saying it as it is, you know? There is a gem here. I just can't find it. But all retail complaining aside, it is frustrating. It's just how life is when it comes to especially. And, well, unfortunately, it is a big part of how we're supposed to interact with each other and everything like that or so, you know? Or like, a big part of just like everyday shopping and all, and that's not gonna get past it. What I'm not gonna also get past is just people, you know, not, again, having empathy for each other, just in general. And treating each other as human beings when it comes to retail work.
Yeah. Oh, there's one key. That one needs a gold key.
Ah.
Oh, there we go. Ah, there was a silver key in that chest.
Alright, next level. I haven't found everything yet, but I'll just keep going on for now. Or rather, I should probably just spend all the hints on this level, that way I'm not tempted to keep going on otherwise then. Not tempted to spend it on my other levels then. Methinks. Oh, that's a pretty hidden turnip, honestly. Okay, there we go. Let's see what I can buy. I'm curious about so the other cursors that are like high up. Yeah. There's a pencil. I can draw with the secondary mouse button.
Well, that's cool.
Oh no. I was about to say there's a pizza, I thought. No, it's a watermelon. And a leaf. And cards are near. Curious about the pencil though. No filters.
So My cursor pulsates when the keys are near for hard mode, which is real cool and useful.
There you go.
But I don't know if you've seen the pulsating properly yet, but they are.
No, I
like,
have.
It like you'll notice it. It's proper like aura stuff, like shooting.
Yep, I've been doing that again. I've been the green cursor that I was using was giving me a pulse whenever it was the last 3 gems in the level. Also, that is just full drawing you actually have with this mouse cursor. Holy. Okay,
Oh
I feel like that's actually way too much power for me, so I'm gonna go back to my other cursors.
What the hell? I have a post-it note. Am I supposed to find some kind of safe?
Sorry. Again, I don't know why I'm getting so stuffy now. Like, I was good for an hour, and then now I've just been having to blow my nose constantly.
Has a bee entered the room and there is full of pollen?
I would have been stunned otherwise, and I am definitely allergic. I can't speak. Definitely allergic to pollen, just about.
Good to know.
When it comes to, I think I already told you, and I think I might have told about it at community nights, but Grand hilariously is we found that she was like always breaking out during spring when it comes to, and we never could exactly pinpoint why. So we took her for an allergy test and all, you know? And then, you know, like the test that they do, it's like, all right, on your back, we're gonna mark like 12 dots, and we're gonna like, you know, like poke you with each type of like tree or whatever, and see what dots respond, so we know what you're allergic to, right?
Yeah.
After testing, we found that she was only allergic to one thing. Oak. She's allergic to just oak trees in general.
That is a crazy like thing to be allergic to. Just one type of tree.
Yes, but at the same time too, the fact that it's oak probably one of the most common things that comes to her. So, no, it's not like it's like I say deathly, but like, you know, like breaking out enough when it comes to. So that she can't function when there's oak trees in the vicinity or so. Or it's not like, oh, ooga booga, it's oak furniture, she's gonna break out in hives. No, she's fine otherwise. So like, if it's furniture, I guess, or so. If it's like living oak trees producing whatever.
That was gonna be my next joke. I was like, I hope your parents don't have like an oak table and she's just rubbing herself on it.
Goodness gracious. You know, like the cartoon thing, you're like itching all over, like scratching yourself like with a table or something. Nah. She's fine otherwise then. But it's just really funny on that note. But like, nah, like my dad, I got it from my dad on my parents' side of things. Just so like, pollen is just really bad for just us in general when it comes to like so easily stuffy. So this is a small vignette. I should be able to find these two things. What is that, a beach ball and a coconut? But it's just like, it's a funny little interesting thing, but it's not even like that pollinated right here right now at the moment in what's his face in my area. And I've been sitting here for a while. Again, if I was allergic, or rather there's anything nearby or so, like even like buds or so, I would have noticed. Whoa, and way sooner. But no, I'm just badly stuffy right now. Okay. If I click around the water, maybe there's a secret underwater area I haven't seen yet. That, or because there's underwater areas, I'm gonna be super schizo about it.
I realized that I actually had finished level. I was like, oh, I was still on the last level of the last world, but I had actually completely finished level. Oh no.
What's up?
You're gonna enjoy the next level.
Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna go crazy already just trying to find these last two objects, even though there isn't as much that comes to. I just need to like take a tree a lot for our coconuts to come down. Okay, we're old shaking. Don't do that, Trizzy. Ah, well, whatever. Next level then. Oh! Hello, Anna. You're looking real cute.
I love a new outfit. It's so cute.
It is so cute, and I love her. I love her streets as well.
Oh, is this the new person? Are you Chartreuse?
Not now, Anna. I've got something important to say to Chartreuse.
Rude, but okay. I'm stuck here all day anyway.
It's me again, Lance. I've been informed that I may have been a bit overbearing earlier and pressured you too much to try hard mode. It's just that a lot of work went into the difficulty options, but I now realize that I spoke out of line. How you choose to play the game is your business, and my interference should invalidate the results of the beta test. So, ignore what I said and play however you wish. I feel like I'd probably get more repertoire with Lance if I said you should get a bonus, but I would probably go, it's fine, bro. Okay. Apology, it's successfully delivered. Anyway, I'm gonna go get back to work. I worked on some cool features that you'll probably see soon. No more Anna! No! She's my favorite of the characters, oh! Right, because, again, I am very EPF4 coded. Anyways, there's a fish. The cursor can't harm animals. Yes! Okay, I'm watching this cursor then. Fishing outpost. This next level is a little bit different from the others. It's a spot the difference type level. You're not searching for a list of objects, but instead you're trying to find the differences between two images. But other than that, most aspects of the game function exactly the same as before. Does that make sense? I got it. Cool, you got this. Good luck. Oh boy, that's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh! This is trippy. I thought I'd have to like stroll between them, but no.
Yeah, I loaded this one up just because I hadn't done it on easy mode, and I was like, oh, I had completely forgotten about this. I cannot imagine what hard mode was like on this, considering that you had to need to find the tiny objects differences rather than just like, yes, the big, like I'm on easy mode, and just for context, the big turbine fan is missing.
Oh goodness gracious! I'm gonna get so cross-eyed considering how one of the differences is how like one of these like sunken barrels is just floating in the different orientation, like northwest, north-south compared to east-west. Like, dude, oh my goodness, Matt. Great idea, but I would get so tripped up here so easily.
I hope there's not too many of these. I hope it's like one per world from now on.
I feel like also too, like, I don't know if like this would be an accessibility thing, because I don't know if like that could be a problem for people, but also too on the side of, what's his face? On the side of like how trippy this can be, just looking at them back and forth, or like how like the screen's moving twice over. Yeah. But maybe I'm just being a bit too, you know, schizo about it, and maybe it's actually just a non-issue.
I get you.
But who is your favorite out of the EBF crew? Because again, like, at least for me, because I picked it up on 4, I grew attached to Anna first.
I do really like Anna, but Natalie has always been my favorite. Like, just in general, like, personality-wise, I did enjoy Lance. I think Lance has some great lines. Matt is just very simple, but yeah, Natalie has always been a particular favorite of mine. Okay, I'm on hard mode, and just to give you the sort of caliber of it, this dog has a different facial expression, and that is a difference.
Oh goodness. Also, famous enemy from the EBF series. Oi!
Yeah, big old squid. Big old squid that was missing for me in easy mode.
Goodness gracious. Wait, he's missing in easy mode? There's just a big empty space?
Yeah.
That's really funny, I'll be honest with you.
I'm now in hard mode. Luckily, it's only like 13 differences, but it is like tiny things like a plank of wood, you know, a facial expression.
I feel like this is like relaxing for me, though, I will say, since I'm just more clicking to interact rather than finding things. And maybe that's just like my, I'm stimming, you know, comparatively.
I shall shoot you.
Wait, what's different? Oh, the coat. Okay, now even on normal mode, like the coat of this dog floating in the water is different. Like he's got a different like white spot. It's on his nose, but then it's on his ear in another picture.
That's cute.
So still small things when it comes to it then, but oh there, I will say. Alright, let me find where the last one. Oh, I was missing a fraud. Great. That's level. I want more Anna content. Yay!
Yeah, you've already been here a while, but we haven't been introduced yet. I'm Anna. I'm the artist for Five Nights Cats. Everything you've seen so far was drawn by me. Well, except for a few artworks made by guest artists.
Yeah.
Ask me anything you want to know.
Are you available? I am not doing that. How did you learn how to draw?
Oh, I just learned by trial and error, really. I didn't take any classes or anything like that. I just like drawing funny animals and weird monsters, and I've been practicing since I was cabbage size.
Cabbage size is so cute. Also, I love her little hair going down. That's something I like. I think like I've like keyed on to ever since Uma is like characters' hair or like their ears in like any fantasy series going up or down, like responding to them too. It's so cute. I love it so much.
Is there anything else you want to know? I'm on my break at the moment.
What do you know, Matt?
Me and Matt go way back. We were neighbors growing up. We both loved street hockey, bug catching, and Nintendo 64. It was Matt's idea to start this project, and he put most of his savings into it, so I guess that gives him the right to put his name on the title. But it doesn't feel like we're working for him, we're all working together. Each of us imbues the project with a little bit of our own personalities. It's quite satisfying. Ah, my break is over. I gotta go draw a rare cat. Later.
Cute, but also again, remember too on the credits. Where credits? If we went to credits too, of course, too. Yeah, we have like that. Or that is literally like names taken from everybody that Matt has worked with. Because of course, obviously, when it comes to, and at the very least for
in-game credits are on the left-hand side, and then the real ones are on the right-hand side.
Yeah, when it comes to, because like the only like real people technically when it comes to then, rather would have been just like Matt and or Ronja when it comes to, but otherwise, of course, we have everything here. Otherwise, then when it comes to. For how it is, for especially for the space for the team, and also yeah, Ruffle. There you go. I only did 51 bots. I want more stuff. Do I have any achievement stuff I can redeem? No.
No more money, play more game.
I will play more game, but otherwise, new cursor. Oh, there's the Kate stars that you were talking about.
Yay.
I think I like the fish, though, because it's funny just imagine that you're swapping around these guys with a fish. Plus, now I can click on cats endlessly and not have it be a problem. Wait a second. Did I just get money on the overworld stuff? I mean, I know I could click on stuff, but yeah. Can I just get the money if I see gems on the overworld screen, too? Yes! I mean, it seemed pretty obvious that you could too, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, yes. Coconut Islands.
So, welcome to the first bit of my actual have not played more than this.
This is a lot of islands, and they're very cute. And this will probably be the last level I do, because then it's 7 o'clock, so I need to eat and then communities.
This is where I got to upon the demo. This is the last thing I did. I'm on normal mode. I have the goals. But this is the last thing I did on the demo before I quit, because I have not played stage 4.
There you go. Well, hopefully I don't get to stage 4 tonight, for community night.
I'm gonna flick onto easy mode for stage 4 anyway, and just see if I for stage 3 and get on to. Oh, you meant the okay, I got you.
It's jokes. Aha! It's jokes.
I found an sheep.
Ooh, and a picture. Ah!
Hey.
I'm just so happy with this game. Like, I'm just playing it, you know, it's such a big stupid smile. But it's a Matt Rosat game. I can't not be happy with it. I'm just so happy to be here.
It's adorable.
Very adorable. And again, like, yes, right. It took Matt a while, of course, when you're making like these big like vignette games when it comes to, yes, all this art will take you a goddamn while to make. That's really good for what people might just gloss over for 2 seconds like I'm doing. But I'm gonna reply back in the other levels too, probably just in my own spare time, as a way to decompress, I think.
I remember Matt saying that, like, because he was such a perfectionist, he basically was just like, this game was supposed to be just a silly little project, like Cat Cafe, and it blew up into something huge. And of course, with his obsession now with getting things in every language he can, or, you know, and just trying to refine things and add more, games just get a lot longer for him, like, to make. So, I mean, he finished it, he released it, he took a break, and then went, oh, I kind of want to get back to work. So I have no idea what his next project will plan to be. He's probably just going to draw weird aliens again for a bit, and then probably end up drawing more EBF stuff. Who knows, maybe we'll get
Eugenics and EBF collab when?
Eugenics EBF? No, no legs but ugly cats.
I mean, to be fair, like, even, like, back in, like, the EBF days, or so some of the cats would absolutely be considered more ugly. That was, like, you know, like, the more, like, war cats and everything like that anyways. I will say, though, like, one thing, again, that, like, I'm very happy about is, like, how positive the reception has been, too, for Find Matt's Tats. Because it's overwhelmingly positive on Steam, with, like, I think, like, legit 400 reviews, if I remember seeing the Steam page.
I'm glad that he got it to overwhelmingly positive, because he was aiming for that, because the only negative reviews that he doesn't even bother reading. Right?
Okay, it's called very positive, but that's 98% out of 436.
He needs 500 reviews to get to overwhelming.
Okay.
Now, the only negative ones he really has are people who are like, oh, not my kind of game. Got bored quite quickly. And it's not even like a real negative review, you know? That's just a sort of a doesn't recommend because they're an idiot type of thing.
Yeah.
And so he's fine with that, and everything else he, you know, resolves. So, quite honestly, yeah, there's no issues with this game.
I mean, it knows what it's doing, and it's not trying to do anything more than that, and that's simple. And, you know, that's what people are taking at face value and can be happy about. Okay, it seems like if I just, like, click on, like, the little old Nessie things in, and that's the underwater segments. Good to know. But also then, too, it's like, can I just say, it's like, that's, like, one pet peeve of, like, the internet for me, or especially since I worked in gaming journalism, especially, like, the media literacy of people when it comes to reviewing games or having not trash takes of, like, so many reviews are so nonsensical. But the fact is, especially for Steam reviews and especially for some small, like, joke reviews or whatever, stuff like that, I guess that's fine, but I really wish that there's a category to be like, hey, if Steam can mark something as like, this person received the product for free, and, you know, that Maid buys them. There's people who just, like, leave reviews for games that are just kind of, like, negative, and then it's just, like, an in-joke of the game, even though they have, like, thousands of hours. Why can't they mark those reviews as just, you know, hey, this is just a joke, it's not to be taken seriously, this is, like, this is not to, like, actually put a bad rating on the game or so. If possible, I wish that was something Steam could do. And then on the other side as well, I really wish Steam could, like, I really wish people just themselves just have a little bit more literacy. Because, yeah, like, I know, like, you said it itself, like, oh, not my type of game. Brother, did you play more than 2 hours of it? Just refund it. Simple as when it comes to that. If it's not your game,
To be fair,
it's not your niche.
I think the person who posted that has like 46 hours or something.
Oh my goodness, brother!
It was so stupid. Like,
I mean, I know, like, there's, like, there's the views, like, famous, it's, like, the Dota ones that are, like, don't play this game, it'll ruin your life. It's, like, 4,800,000 hours on Hannah. It's like, okay, well, I guess you have some credence, but, like, you're well past the point in that case then, dude. But then at the same time, too, it's that, or, like, people towards, like, dead game. Okay, well, you're not helping it by commenting that way when it comes to, or being like, my computer can't run it. Brother, it says, like, on the bottom of any Steam page, it tells you what your minimum specs are, and if you can't run it, you're gonna find that out before 2 hours to refund it. That's just like question marks all abound, you know?
The only game I've ever managed to get a refund on that wasn't for 2 hours was FNAF World, when Scott basically was like, I hate this game so much, I can't believe this, you can all have your money back.
True, that's very true. That's very funny.
He was just like, you guys basically forced me to make this game, and I hate it. Like, I
remember being around there for that.
Money on that, and so yeah, he basically was just like, please take your money back. Just ask Steam for a refund, and I will approve it.
Yeah,
like, I do not care. And honestly, it was a little bit upsetting to just see him get like that. But like, at the same time, it was right at the like peak of his existence.
Yeah, so, before he really started stepping back from FNAF and everything like that too.
And you know, before the Halloween update, where he basically had a full-on crash out.
Yeah.
And out of game.
Yep. Rena says in chat, I wish Steam would let you leave neutral reviews. And I'll get on to that point after I clear this level. I still got 22 minutes on this VOD, so I'd say I'll do one more level and then we'll call it there. Plus a little bit more talking here. So, Sunken Treasures. If you can, love.
Hi again. Matt probably forgot to mention this, but you can find a lot of important settings in the options menu. You can change some of the controls to suit your preferences, and if the game isn't running smoothly, you can turn down the graphics and animations. You can even collect cards and customize the look of the game, but you'll find out more about that later. Anyway, it's worth taking a look and making sure everything is the way you want it.
I already did know about that, but we're not going to be rude. Thanks, sounds good.
You're welcome, glad I could help. Anyway, I'll be around if you need anything. I'm just taking notes on how everyone's progressing.
But, one game reviewer that I've been following for a while now, they go by the name Still Up on YouTube when it comes to it then. And I think the big thing for me with them is when it comes to, that's here, I unlocked the filter and it's a CRT filter, so cool, but not for me. Is this the skull of, like, the destroyer I'm looking at?
Oh my god, yeah, it is. Also, brand new level for me, baby. We are completely new territory for both of us.
Yeah. But, going on from that, they, like, whenever they post reviews for games or so, they have not been shy with saying, I dislike, I like, or their scale is basically, I recommend, I don't recommend, I strongly recommend, or I strongly don't recommend. But then if they're neutral on it, then they will usually just put, like, for example, they put, I think, Cyberpunk 2077, a review. They did, and they've done that for a good amount of games when it comes to then. So I think they did that for Assassin's Creed, like the new Assassin's Creed as well, too, for instance. Or so going on from that. And they try, like, for a game reviewer, of course, you know, people can joke about the IGN game reviews and all that. But, you know, it still is their jobs, and they still have to present their opinions, recognizing that it's biased, or not, that there's always going to be biased, and there's not going to be a way that they're not going to have their own inherent biases. Because, and I really wish, again, more people, just the general public, had more of that literacy, but, you know, you're never going to have that. Blobfish! Because, you know, like, one example for their point was, I think on Resident Evil 7, when it comes to it then, Village, they literally titled the review of, Resident Evil 7 is a great game, it just wasn't for me. And they talked about how comparing the formula of 7, and how the game paces and how it structures itself comparatively to past titles of Resident Evil, they enjoyed other past titles, but they didn't necessarily enjoy how the game paced itself comparatively in 7. Even though it's already released to acclaimed reviews from other reviewers and everything like that, or so. And they recognize it for, like, how good it is in helping, you know, new fans of the franchise interface with it, or how some people really do like it. But just for them, it just, you know, wasn't exactly the type of itch that they wanted scratched. That too, or also again when it comes to video games, like, I will still keep thinking that to like video gamers' greatest enemies, other video gamers. The Game Awards are, in my opinion, such a besides recognition for the devs or so, the general public does not know what goes into game rewards, or especially for the voting process if it's not fan votes or anything like that or so. It is an awards show, first and foremost, that people still need to remember. Because I remember, do you know the name Shroud, for example?
It feels familiar. Is that was it a like esports thing?
Yeah, Shroud is the name of a famous American Counter-Strike player who brought Counter-Strike's a very European-dominated team, European-dominated league or scene when it comes to or so, and he was part of Cloud9 when they won a major, which is one of the few times that a North American team has ever won a major when it comes to them. It's pretty popular. He's retired and he streams full time or so now when it comes to. But I remember one hot take I'd say one hot take. It's not that he was trying to say it out of the way, but it was just a very just callously comment that he just kind of offhandedly said. I think during Game Awards season. No, he is a FPS streamer when it comes to. So he's always played Counter-Strike. I think he's really on top of art creators right now when it comes to it then or so. But he's not through everything when it comes to that. He as a streamer, he's played any big FPS. He's played Counter-Strike, he's played Valorant, he's played Apex, he's played art creators, he's played anything throughout those bylines when it comes to. And when Expedition 33 was winning all these awards when it comes to or so. Now this was remember, this is for the Game Awards, and for a lot of categories, it's best sound design, best indie game or whatever, best single player story or whatever. A lot of the categories are going to be lopsided towards these independent games or so. And multiplayer games already on their own are only going to get best live service title or whatever, stuff like that. It's not besides some games that will have a way in best physics engine or whatever. I think Battlefield might have been on there because the Battlefield series is renowned for destructibility whenever. I get that. But I remember that it made rounds on the internet just because of how out of tune it was of him saying something on the lines of man, Expedition 33 is getting a lot of love or whatever, stuff like that. But come on, man, can't the multiplayer games have a little bit more? Or single player games are winning all the awards. And it was so he worded it a different way, but the bottom line of it was brother, your core audience and all that you interface with, it's not it's not you're typecasting to only playing multiplayer games, but brother, that's where you found your success on both a streaming level and a professional gamer level. What do you mean an award studio, a game studio, is actually having too much success in that multiplayer games, which are the prime function on how people get to interact with each other, online, in another environment? That's literally what you made your career on, aren't winning enough awards. Huh? I don't know. And that's professional takes, or then too, if you want other people's takes, and what I don't get, reaction content's one thing, but how do people react to some people like Hassan or Asmongold with how they live on life advice or whatever, stuff like that? Because again, the Asmongold situation is crazy on one side of things, but also too oh my god, dude, what the heck? I never would have found that eel if I just didn't randomly twitch around. But it's crazy! And how so many people do not have an authority, or rather, could do a lot better with just, not trying to be the authority on opinion and just be hey, look, I have my opinion here, but it is not a well-informed one. Can't people just be that a little bit?
Where's that stickle? I was missing that one.
This one here, you gotta move the hammerhead shark because it's very well hidden.
I didn't spot the hammerhead shark. He was quite camouflaged. I can, however, tell you where that third monkfish is.
Yes.
If you head back to the bottom right, his little tail is just sticking out there of the little, further up.
Ah! I'd say a lot of these were hidden. Yeah, the snake was hidden when it comes to
I'm still trying to find the final Animal Crossing fossil.
Okay. Bottom left, did you find right above the armor helmet?
I got bottom left, and I got the one under the mentor. Oh, there is one.
With the coral right next to the clownfish.
Yeah, I got it now.
Yay!
I do need the gems though.
Oh, well, I can't help with that anymore since they've already been collected and gone.
Don't worry, I'll just use some hints.
Hear it. Eating food will generate hints faster. That actually can be nice. That way I can just keep cleaning up my levels then. Ooh.
Oh, that's a good reason to eat food.
I mean, well, you are just gonna keep finding it naturally then, but point stands when it comes to, you know?
Yeah. Are you doing one more level, or is that it now?
No, I was just waiting around for you, and then I'm gonna call it there so I can go ahead and eat, and then we can get on to community nights. Not then. What level? Achievement unlocked. Click down 100 objects in the level slot screen. Yes! Let's start if there's anything more I can get, or if there's any other small gems for me. Get real quick while we're here.
Oh, the next level is called Balloon Ride. That's cute. An aerial level.
Yeah, there's 12 worlds here. I can. Oh, that's so cute. Alright, that'll be it for tonight for Find Matt's Tats. Nice 2-hour stream date with Flanny, of course. So, we're gonna call it there, but we'll be retiring to the Discord soon enough then. Or at the very least, I will. I don't know if you're staying up, Flanny.
In my head, I should do some other stuff, but it depends what we're doing.
But, I mean, I'm gonna eat for like a good hour and then VR chat to celebrate, again, leading up to, what's his face? To celebrate with, you know, Gran's wedding, but also for Ray's birthday.
Yay.
But for now, wherever you are, wherever you may be, whether you're on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or more, it's been your wonderful Wind Mage, your cruise ship servant, Chartreuse Proxy, ever and always at your service now. Whether it be morning, afternoon, evening, or night, at least from my side of the world, have a wonderful night now. Thank you everybody for coming on by. We'll see when we can get back to Find Matt's Tats another time, too. But again, at least from my side of the world, have a wonderful night now, y'all.
Same for me, but at half speed.
Yay!